welcome back to the Morning Brief right here on Channels Television. And, well, I enjoyed your conversation with Femi Adebayo. So,
it was a fun.
Well, somehow I wasn't part of the conversation. A bit jealous, but it's fine. It's fine. It's wonderful. Let's switch gears now to other issues. And this time we're talking security. We've been joined by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, who is joining us via Zoom. General, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Happy New Year, we must say to you, sir.
Happy New Year. We pray for a wonderful 2024.
So let's just get straight to it. A lot has happened in the last year as far as the Plateau incident is concerned. So maybe just an overview of the things that have been done so far to see how things can improve in this new year so that people are not subjected to the carnage we experienced on Christmas Eve and subsequently.
Yeah, thank you very much. Again, Happy New Year, Nigerians. The shocking incident that occurred in Bokos, Barkeledi, and the general area, quite unfortunate. There was no reason for that attack. It was done with impunity. I think the purpose is to embarrass everybody, to make the government look stupid. And whoever did it were up on their heels, and we're making some arrests already. And we can assure Nigerians that we are on top of the game. One thing I want us to understand is that general area that this incident occurred is the world. It's not a small area. A lot of people just think it's just a small area, and then we couldn't. Why couldn't the military have reacted as quickly as possible? We all know that in war, the attacker has the initiative. He selects the time and place where he does his attack, and based on the distance from where you have the security agencies. The truth of it is that we cannot be everywhere. And so when incidents happen, they pick remote areas where they know the terrain, the distance is far. Even communicating the attacks is difficult. So before this information gets to us, before we get there, they've already done what they wanted to do, and then they will have left. And that's why it is so unfortunate. We're leveraging a lot on getting technology, getting helicopters. We have taken steps to ensure that we get some of these items, those enablers that will enable us respond as quickly as possible. We assure Nigerians that we are saddened about what happened. For any commander, no commander wants where his AOR to be attacked or individuals, innocent people to be killed. No commander is happy about it. And so when I hear comments, people making comment as if it was deliberate that commanders refused to react or troops refused to react, it's not true. So I want to assure Nigerians that we're on top of it, and 2024 will enhance our operational abilities so that we can secure Nigeria the more.
Well, CDS, I wonder if you will also be providing assurance to some of the concerns that the governor of Plateau raised during our conversation with him last year, where he says 64 communities have been occupied by these bandits and some schools have been occupied by these bandits. If the attack, before Christmas in Mango and the other two local governments, was as a result of slow response because of the challenges of the military, what assurance are you providing that these bandits who have occupied this community for years will be displaced and, the people, the original owners of the land will be resettled?
Yeah, thank you very much. The truth about it is that the challenges we're facing are political challenges, and these are things that decisions need to be taken. And it is only when such decisions have been taken and directives have been issued that we can take. The issue of bandits taking over communities, we are working with the state government to identify those areas and to be able to, this year, God willing, will ensure that no community is held by any bandits. Members of the communities will leave their IDP camps and be able to go there. And what we appeal is that the military can only do so much. Once they go back and then they can't get the support from the government, it makes it a bit difficult for anyone to be able to support them. And so that's why it's important that we must work together as a team. Like I said, it is a political decision. It's not a military decision on what to be done. I had a few days ago, one particular very important personality was making so many comments and was chastising the military for poor response. I think it's quite unfortunate. And what we try to avoid is for making our troops feel unappreciated. They are doing so much, and I can guarantee you that we're achieving so much. Sometimes it is that one goal that that the enemies will be able to get against us, that people leverage on. It's quite unfortunate people have died, and we're very, very, it's painful for us too as commanders. We are all Nigerians, we're humans. We don't want anybody killed, even a criminal. If he's killed after surrendering, we don't want that. And so you can see that we really want to uphold the human rights of every individual. So we will continue to work together as a team, but we want to appeal especially to stakeholders, especially our leadership. Please, they should be guided on their utterances. Coming to mention that the military refused to react or were compromised is highly unprofessional, is highly uncalled for. Most of these leaders that make such comments had opportunities to have made a difference. Like I told you, what we are facing is a political decision. For example, the issue of herders farmers clashes. You know, the climate challenges is affecting everywhere, especially farmers and herders.
Right.
Herders are looking for green areas where they can graze. Farmers want to farm so that they can get their farm produce to be able to sell and eat and survive. The challenge is that if we don't provide alternatives, everybody knows everywhere in the world, herders don't need to be carrying animals across country, because for anything, you even diminish their capabilities. You need to keep them one place, feed them properly, get a good slaughterhouse. It's business. So the government should try and encourage them. If you want to get land, acquire land, pay for it. It's business we are doing.
Right.
And then for the locals feel on their own that they are being taken for granted and their ancestral homes are being taken. The government need to sensitize them on that democracy means.
Well, General, if I could just come in now, seem to have lost connection with you momentarily, but of course we'll get that back just to get more insight, I should say, into what's going on within the defense sector, the security sector, because the president said that defense is going to be a major priority, or is a major priority for his government. So a lot of Nigerians will be looking to those in charge now. Yes, the president is a commander-in-chief, but then we have the service chiefs, we have the CDS, we have the Inspector General of Police, and others who will carry out, the president's mandate and his instructions. So we'll try to reconnect with the CDS, General Christopher Musa, as we wind down on the show this morning. It's a very important conversation, that security. I understand that, well, because of a terrain where he's in right now, we've lost connection with the CDS, but he said as much. We'll definitely be continuing the conversation with him.
And it looks like he's in the theater, or the theater.
So it's understandable. Well,
but it's a good thing that we've got to have a conversation with him, and some of the assurances that he has provided, particularly about, the return of those communities to the original owners. He said that there needs to be, it's a political thing, and there needs to be an authentication of the information, and action will be taken.